Do you still think you can speak English just by studying grammar? If you still think so, you will never be able to speak English. Yes, many people who want to learn English get stuck on grammar. For most people, grammar is a complicated and difficult area. That is a fact. Yes, maybe you study the rules, but when you try to speak, they don't come to your mind, and then you ask yourself why you forget grammar. Don't worry. In this video, I will explain how you can speak English without getting stuck on grammar and how you can overcome this problem with a basic level of grammar knowledge. Before we continue the video, if you subscribe to my channel and like the video, I will continue this series. Now let me ask you a simple question. What is grammar? Grammar is the system of a language. It is the set of rules that shows you how you can use words. In other words, it helps you understand how to use word patterns together. But contrary to popular belief, grammar is not just a set of rules, it is a pattern system. It is a whole structure of patterns that emerge through repetition. So the more English you hear, the more you start to notice these patterns. After a while, even if you don't know the rules consciously, you begin to feel which one sounds right and which one sounds natural. To be honest, many people learning English say that grammar is difficult, and yes, that is completely normal. But if we learn grammar in the right way instead of the wrong way, we can learn English on a much better path. Most people learn grammar incorrectly because they memorize rules, read books, make pages and pages of notes and lists, and keep repeating them. This is a completely wrong technique. It helps you memorize, but it does not help you learn. Memorizing and learning are completely different things. What is memorized is forgotten over time, but what is learned stays with you. People who memorize grammar rules hesitate when it is time to speak. They get tense, and they forget what they have learned. Then they complain by saying that grammar blocks their way and that they can't manage to speak. So why does this happen? Because grammar education often progresses quickly, heavily, and in many directions, but language is not just knowledge, it is a skill. We can think of it like this. Can you learn how to drive a car just by reading a book? Of course not. You have to sit in the driver's seat and try driving many times. Knowing grammar in English is exactly like this. Knowing the rule is one thing, using it comfortably while forming a real sentence is another. Your brain may know the rule, but since your mouth is not used to applying it with feeling, you forget it. That is why, while speaking, you get stuck on simple grammar questions, like whether you should use the present perfect tense or the past tense. So let's look at how we can learn grammar easily. The answer is very simple: by learning slowly. Let me explain what I mean in more detail. Many people aim to learn grammar very quickly and finish it in a few days instead of learning slowly and digesting it. But at the end of the day, this method does not work because it is like trying to reach the top of a mountain all at once. Instead, you should learn topics step by step and practice on them. You can think of learning grammar like building a house. You cannot build and finish a house in one day, right? That is why you need to move forward brick by brick. We need to follow the same strategy when learning grammar. For this, I will tell you 3 steps, and you need to apply them exactly. Step 1. Notice. Try to notice the grammar structure you learned in the texts you listen to. Step 2. Use it. That means write short sentences using the structure you learned, form short sentences, and repeat them out loud. Step 3 is repetition. If you repeat the structure you learned at certain intervals, that structure will almost live with you, and you will not forget it. Also remember this: when you learn something slowly, what you learn stays in your mind permanently for a long time. That means it will stay with you without the need to study the same topic again and again, because you will not just memorize it, you will have lived it. Now let's talk about how we can learn grammar in a natural way. Natural learning means learning from life, not just from books, like the way a baby learns, by hearing, feeling, and trying again and again. An adult learning English may benefit from books, but the best learning happens when we use grammar within meaningful and real sentences. Let's give an example. I've just finished my work. When you hear this sentence, you are not just learning a tense, you are learning how to express a real situation. That is what natural learning is like. To help you do this, let me give you a few examples. Step 1. Listen for 10 minutes every day. Our brain is like a wheel that keeps turning every day. When we listen to something every day, that wheel turns inside our brain and helps us move forward. Step 2. Pay attention to repeated sentences. In this video, I repeat some expressions again and again. You should also focus on repeated words and expressions and give them your attention. Step 3. Repeat short sentences out loud by yourself. When you hear or learn something, don't just read it silently and move on. Produce it by speaking it out loud. Step 4. Connect grammar to real life. As I mentioned before, don't let the knowledge stay only as something you learned. Use it, write it in messages, use those structures while speaking, and actively make them a part of your life. Step 5. Don't be afraid of mistakes. We are all human. People learn what is right and what is wrong by making mistakes. That is why mistakes are the best teachers that help you improve. Yes, now we have come to our final topic, confidence. Many people actually know grammar, but they are afraid when speaking. This is something we all experience. Thoughts like, what if I make a mistake? Or, can I use the correct grammar? Always go through our minds while speaking. But the point we miss is this. Being perfect does not require confidence, continuing does. Confidence comes from trying, making mistakes, and trying again. You can start with simple sentences. Don't force yourself to use long and complicated structures when speaking. Also, celebrate yourself and your small successes every time you manage to speak. This will reinforce you in a positive way. And remember, language exists not to be perfect, but to communicate between people. Use the grammar you know and can use. Do not focus too much on heavy and excessive grammar structures. What matters for you is naturalness, fluency, and results. Yes, my friends, we have come to the end of another video. Before closing the video, if you like it and subscribe to my channel, new videos will continue to come every day. Also, I want you to write 3 words you learned today in the comments by making sentences. Let this be your homework, and thank you for listening until here. Until we meet in the next video, take care of yourselves.